G'day everyone, g'day internet, g'day followers, subscribers. I thought today that I would do a little bit of a story about myself. So I'm always showing you what Veronica is up to and what we're up to as a couple, but we don't train together in the gym. It's one of the things we would love to train together in the gym, but because Veronica has special needs, I train separately and I train in my own gym. So I actually belong to Anytime Fitness because I can go anywhere and train without any problem at all. I'm going to do a series of these, but they're not going to be in sequence. These are just going to pop up from time to time because it is part of my life, and my routine changes frequently. I don't like to keep the same routine for too long. So the routine that I'm currently on in the gym is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. In fact, I'm in the process of changing that to a 5-day plan because Ronnie is in the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays. What I'm going to do is, while she's doing her workout in the gym, I'll drop her off, get her started, and then I'll go, once she's in the hands of the physiotherapists, I will go to a gym that's close by for myself, actually North Lakes gym, Anytime Fitness, and I will do a half-hour workout. This is the workout that's what I'm showing you right now is my workout on Monday. It's a Monday workout, so it's not the full workout. Monday I'm doing chest and shoulders primarily. Tuesday will be arms, maybe a little bit of shoulder work in there as well. It'll be biceps and triceps. You'll notice that on Monday when I do my chest, I do a little bit of bicep as well. So all depending on time and that sort of thing. I try not to be in the gym for more than an hour and a half tops. I'd prefer to be closer to the hour mark, but you know, it depends on what I'm doing and how much rest I feel I need. So you got to remember that I've had quite a number of heart attacks. 15 years ago was the last heart attack that I had, but I couldn't walk unaided at that time. I've had 3 strokes and I have CM disease, which is cerebral microangiopathy. It's a derivative of cardiovascular disease. That's what caused all the heart attacks. So I couldn't walk at all. So I can't use heavy weights because I have to build new pathways. I've got blockages everywhere, you know. I've had 100% blockages, but I think that my lifestyle, my diet, my sleep are all contributing factors, and my exercise routine to my longevity. 15 years ago I was told to get my affairs in order because I'd passed my use-by date. This story that I'm telling you today is part of that. It's my successful comeback in beating this disease. My health today is very good. I ride my recumbent wherever I can, whenever I can, which is nowhere near as frequently as I would like to. And I've got a setback at the moment. I did this to myself. I tried to push myself too hard. I hurt my hip flexors. I'm actually going to see a physiotherapist for some assistance on the stretches and that I need to do in order to get those back to where they should be. But in the meantime, it doesn't stop me from exercising. I'm just a lot more cautious about what I do and how I do it. Now, I'm trying to build new pathways. That's my primary objective when I do these exercises, because I need to build new pathways in my torso, in my arms. There was only one area that I had no blockages, and that was between the heart and the brain on the left-hand side. That was the only place in my entire body that I didn't have a blockage. I've got blockages everywhere otherwise. I believe that I've cleared up a lot of those blockages. I haven't been scanned for a number of years now, so I don't know. But I feel really, really good. And I wanted to share that with you. And so this is my routine for Monday. And I hope you enjoy it. And I've included the weights because I'm not shy. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to outlift anybody or be stronger than anybody or be super strict with my routines. There are times when I am super strict with my routines, and there are times when I am run of the mill, you know. So as I said, my routine changes quite a lot. So I'm going to do this from time to time. I'll put my routine up there on whatever I'm doing, and I'll put the weight that I'm using and the number of reps that I can do. So if I can do more than 3 reps with anything, I'm on a winning streak. So I'm happy about that. If I can do 20 reps, then I'm really cooking. But that's just it, you know. And I just want to thank all of you. Like, we've got over 1,300 subscribers. I can't believe it, you know, for an old fart and his wife just living their lives. So it's amazing, and I do appreciate it. And sizes that I'm doing here, you can see that the weight is a little excessive for me, but I'm actually trying to increase the weight and keep the reps up. So my form is not strict. It starts off fairly strict. It's not very slow either. It's not isometrical. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. I do know a fair bit about the fast twitch and slow twitch, muscle fibers and that sort of thing. The problem is that with this CM disease, the words that I need don't come to the fore quickly enough. They get there, but they take a while to get there, and I'd be umming and ahhing for way too much. So I try not to and ah, so that means that I have to forego those words, and that can be a problem at times. And there have been long pauses, and those long pauses are when I'm trying to find the word, I can't find it, and so I use an alternative or I move on.
Okay, incline.
Yeah, so the exercises that I'm doing here, as I say, because I can't find the right terminology that I'm trying to use, that is when you flex the muscle and then you let it out slowly. There's a term for that is not coming to mind at the moment. And this routine that I'm currently working on is not that routine. This routine is going for the maximum amount of weight at the maximum amount of reps that I can do, and foregoing some form to do that, because I'm trying to build new parts. So that is the primary thing, and to build a little bit more stamina, which is the biggest problem, because of the number of heart attacks that I've had. I've lost a third of the heart muscle, and there's no way to recover that. Once it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. You can, however, work on the existing muscle and make that stronger. And that's what I'm currently doing, is I'm making that stronger. I'm making my entire body stronger, all the muscles. If I make the muscle stronger, the bone structure gets stronger as well. It has to. It's supplements that I'm taking. Yes, I am taking some supplements, but I've got to be very careful. I do take a little creatine. I have to be very, very careful with that, because the body filters a product called creatinine, and creatine and creatinine are related, and so my kidney works overtime with this, and it is not good for my kidney. So I've got to be cautious about what I use. It's got to be cautious with the supplements, because I've only got the one kidney, so it doesn't take much. If I lose that, I'm done. That's it, you know. It's all over, Red Rover. Your liver, your kidney, and your heart, these are, and your lungs, and your brain, they are the most important organs that you have. So, not to say that all organs aren't important, they are. Every one of them is. However, those are vital. You lose one of those and it's all over, Red Rover, you know. With your lungs, you can possibly lose one. It's like with your kidneys, you can lose one, but then you got to be really, really careful with the one that you have left. And so that's what I'm doing at the moment, is being very cautious with the existing kidney. And so I have blood tests done frequently, very frequently, and once a quarter at least. And if there's anything that's even slightly off, we go again, and we keep having the blood tests and monitor it, and we have a look at. I'm not on any medication at the moment. I take an aspirin a day. I do have medications that have been recommended, but they're statins, and I don't take the statins because I've got CM disease, and one of the symptoms of CM disease is dementia. because CM disease is just, it's cerebral microangiopathy. It's little blockages of those tiny little capillaries in the brain, so the blood's not getting to the brain, so the brain is not getting the oxygenated blood that it needs, the nutrients that it needs. So I'm doing everything in my power to watch my diet so that it includes ways of getting those nutrients, that oxygen to the brain, so that it's functioning at its optimum. So I'm big into the herbs and spices, and I'll go into this as we go with these videos. I'll start to talk a little bit more about them, because what I'll do is I'll start to make a few notes for myself, so that when I'm trying to speak to you and these words aren't coming to mind, that I will have them there that I can then refer to. I'm not doing that at the moment because I'm trying very hard to make my brain work at its maximum, but at the same time it's not doing you any favors, because I'm struggling with it at times. So I will start to write some of this stuff down so that I don't look like a complete goose, and that you will actually have interest in what I'm talking about. And this is also a way of getting you to come back. Come back and see what else I'm talking about, what else I'm doing to prolong my life, which in reality should have ended 15 years ago, if not before. I hope you enjoy this video. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a comment. I love to hear from people, whatever you think, any recommendations that you have. We're whole food plant-based for the most part. Now, I'm not strictly whole food plant-based that do or die. I'm not a vegan. I'm not an advocate for animals. I do not like cruelty of animals, but I'd be a liar if I said I don't have a leather belt. So I'm not vegan. I am all about nutrition for one's own health, living your life to the fullest that you can, and I am very much a Christian. I believe in God. I don't cram that down people's throats. I will talk about it if I'm asked, and I will praise my God from time to time. I should give him the glory every day, which I do in private all the time, but I'm not ashamed of my God, so I will do it publicly as well. I'm not looking for debates or arguments and that sort of thing. That's not what this platform is about. This is people, Ronnie, living life. This is what this is about. And we're just ordinary, everyday people that know what it's like to struggle and battle, know what it's like to be financially secure, having worked our whole lives and built up a decent business, having bought and sold quite a number of businesses, been a business broker, and having lost a lot through circumstances beyond my control. So yeah, so I know what it's like to lose, but I also know what it's like to win, and I know how to win, and I know how to lose. So I think that's important. God bless. See you next time. Bye for now.